Hello, guys. Let's get this set up. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing? How's the video quality? How is the video quality? What's up, guys? What's up? Today is gonna be a hot day here. It's supposed to be like 90. Like 90 degrees. Just got done greasing the truck. Yep, just got done greasing the truck probably about 2 hours ago. Okay. For some reason I'm trying to see this thing. Who's watching? Let me know in the chat who's watching. And how's the video quality? What's up, guys? Who's watching? How are you doing? What are you guys up to? What are you guys up to? I got a big week coming up. This next week, it's going to be a really big week. Basically, I'm going to be working 2 shifts. How's that? Is that any better for video quality? Or tell me what you guys think in the chat. Let me know in the chat. I got a busy week coming up next week. We're gonna be double shifting the truck for the first time. Day and night shift for at least 4 days. It's going to be super fun. Super, super fun. Who's watching? Say what's up. For some reason, this, okay, there we go. It's saying my streaming status is okay now. That should be better video quality now, or streaming. Please let me know how it is. For some reason, the chat is not showing any messages. What's up? Tomorrow, this coming week is going to be a long week. I'm going to be double shifting the truck Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Night shift and day shift. It's going to be insane. Just got done greasing the truck. Only got like one person on here, 2 people on here. Who's on here? At least say something. I'm going to be doing some more paving, concrete paving, but a lot closer to home. I'm going to share a video with you guys. This is one of the videos that basically paving concrete highways with the dump truck. That kind of shows you what I'm going to be doing. I don't know if that worked or not. If you guys could see that card. Oh, hey, Grandpa. Can you reply in the chat, Grandpa? Do you know how to do that? I don't know if he knows how to do that. I just asked my grandpa's here with me. Well, he's on his phone watching. I don't know if he knows how to use the chat or not. So we'll see if he figures it out or not. Next week's going to be a busy week, Grandpa. Very, very busy. I'm going to be working 2 shifts for 4 days. I got a job. What's up, Tom? I'm going to be working day shift the whole week in Buckley. And I'm going to be working night shift in Tacoma, paving. Basically, Grandpa, if you scroll down on your phone, it should say live chat. I don't know if you have that or not. Then you press on it and you can type a message or whatever. Yeah, basically it was last week was pretty good. I pretty much hauled contaminated dirt the whole week. Except for the last, what was it, 2 days, 2 or 3 days. Basically contaminated dirt is like dirt with diesel in it. At least that's the contaminated stuff that we were hauling. Just kind of smelly, just smells like diesel. What's up, Dave? So yeah, I was hauling contaminated dirt. Last week was a crazy week. So I was working with this guy, and he, the first 3 days he was on site, 5 minutes before I was. And then all of a sudden, he didn't show up. And I was on my way back for like the third trip or something like that. And I seen that he had just left. And so I caught him on the radio. I said, "Hey, what's up, dude? What happened?" And I called him up, and he had hit a bum like on I-5. The bum just got out in front of him, and he, ran him over. Wow. I, didn't ever think I would know somebody that would happen to, but, Seattle, there's a lot of bums in Seattle. And that same day, like 3 other crazy things happened to dump truck drivers. Like one dump truck driver drove into a store. Another driver flipped over a pup trailer, closed down the road. It was just crazy. Crazy. What are you trying to figure out, Tom? Looks like you're doing good. I can see your messages, so they're popping up. Yeah, it was a crazy week last week, definitely, especially for all the dump truck drivers. Very crazy. Yeah, Dave, you're right. It is a crazy place, There's never a dull moment, Anyways, back to my story. We were taking out the contaminated dirt, and we were delivering it to this place in Seattle. And it was pretty fun. Except for the fact that the place that we were taking it to, the first place, they basically truck it out on rail cars, right? And they have to have like this big forklift that moves the rail cars. Once it's full, once they've filled it up, then they they move it with the big forklift. It's called the top pick. That's what my buddy said it was called. It's called the top pick. And anyways, it got a flat tire, so we ended up having crazy delays there. And then let's see. Once that happened, then they decided, instead of taking it to another place in Seattle that takes contaminated dirt, we had to go all the way to Everett, right? Which is, it was probably like a good, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hour drive, I want to say, for the dirt. And then, that we were dropping it off into this basically this building, and they send it through a burner, and they kind of burn. Well, you can just talk to me on the chat. You got it figured out. Looks like, I'm seeing everything you're typing. So, Tom, you can just type it in the chat, whatever you want to say, as long as it's appropriate. But yeah, so we did that. That was super fun. And I got to truck with my buddy Corey, which was super fun. You know, me and him are going to be trucking, you know, all next week together pretty much, you know, double shifting it at the same jobs. So we're going to be in Buckley during the day and then in Tacoma at night. So we'll see how it works. I guess we're supposed to get like, you know, 6-7 hours on the day shift, and then it's a guaranteed 8-hour pay on the night shift. So, you know, that's 16 hours total. And so we got, you know, if you take out 16 hours of working, then you got roughly 8 hours. But some of that's going to be eaten up in travel time. The rest is going to be pure sleeping pretty much, you know, taking naps. Yeah, I do know how the dirt got contaminated with the diesel. Basically, in Seattle and the surrounding areas, it used to be common practice for them to put their heating oil tanks underground. And I learned that because I used to fill them when I worked at Snyder's doing fleet fueling and home heating oil. So basically, they take tanks and they put them in the ground for, you know, just so they're not out in the open, you know. They put the tanks underground for the heating of the house, and it had like holes in it. It rusted out, you know, basically. And, you know, it just, the types of dirt that were around this particular tank was like sand and some clay. But where the sand was and where the holes were, like the fuel was like basically siphoned out where the sand was, basically. Oh yeah, no. Anything you type, Tom, I can read it on the chat. Yeah, basically the fuel had seeped out where the sand was, and it kind of created like basically it had like a wicking effect, and it sucked the diesel out into the ground, and that's how it got contaminated. We brought, let's see, how many loads did we bring out of there? 60 truckloads, I think, is what we did. And that was, so basically, let me tell you how many tons that was. Basically 900 tons of dirt. So that's a lot of dirt. A lot of yards of dirt. We had to truck out of there. And they had a guy that was there testing the soil and stuff. So they destroyed the house anyways because they were going to rebuild a new one. So they had already demolished the whole house. The house was all gone. And then they had to take the tank out, you know, and put in, you know, they're not putting a new one in, obviously, because heating oil is like a dying industry. They're doing away with diesel heating fuel and stuff like that because it's just not very cost effective nowadays. And it's, you know, people want to be green per se, and they want to try to get away from fossil fuel. So basically that's what happened. And in order to build a new house on that dirt, they had to take out the contaminated dirt down at least to 15 feet. 15 feet is the rule. They didn't have to go below 15 feet because they say it's not a harm to the environment or whatever. And supposedly the fuel in the ground, the fumes, once it's below 15 feet, the fumes aren't going to come up into like a basement or something like that and cause a potential, you know, hazard that way. That's basically what I was explained. So, yep, basically that's how that went. And then we hauled in, probably, I want to say probably 30 to 40 truckloads of recycled concrete back in. And basically recycled concrete is they take this concrete and they send it through this, basically it's like some sort of a grinder crusher thing. And it, you know, crushes it down to 2 to 4 inches, or they even have smaller, inch and a quarter minus basically. And we filled it back in basically. Man, I need to get so much sleep tonight because next week it's going to be brutal. I mean, we're going to be so brutal. It's going to be, you know, day shift and night shift for a whole week straight, basically, except for Friday. Friday, I don't have a night shift. So I'm hoping that the truck does not break down. That's a great question, Dave. I think the insurance has pays a certain amount, and then, you know, once it's past a certain amount, then the contractor has to pay for the rest. But they have a special, like, as soon as they know that there's a tank that's underground, the insurance automatically goes up a little higher because they know chances are it's probably rusted out and the ground is probably contaminated. So the builders, they didn't lose a ton of money because of this, you know, because it's built into the insurance. Like, they know when there's a tank underground, it's probably leaking. They basically just say it's gonna leak. What's up, Alan? But yeah, so basically that's, you know, all I know about contaminated dirt. I never even knew they hauled that away, you know, and burnt it. But seems kind of dumb to me, you know, burning dirt. You know, it has diesel in it, but diesel came from the earth anyways, so, you know, whatever. So yeah, so next week gonna be crazy. Day shift and night shift. I'm gonna be working both shifts. So we're gonna make some serious money, hopefully. And my goal is basically kickstart my emergency fund with this day and night shift. You know, get it jump started, and, you know, because I took 2 weeks off. Basically, you know, the first week of May I didn't work because I was working on the dump truck, and then I had my vacation, which was a week. So I kind of need to make up for, you know, that lost time. And you know, I'm gonna be trekking with buddies, so it'll be fun. We'll make it pretty fun. We'll probably hang out, go out to eat or something. We'll see. Probably not that, but we'll probably have to stop somewhere and grab something to eat. You know, run home, take a 5-minute shower. What are you looking at me like that for? They can see you, you know. Oh.
So they don't see my fat ones.
Yep, they gotta burn the dirt. Anyways, yeah, so pretty soon, I would like to buy some LED headlights for the dump truck. That's something I really want to do. Yeah, so that's something I really want to do. You know, so yeah, that's something I need to do because those headlights suck. You know, so pretty soon here we're going to be upgrading those. Stay tuned for that video. I was also looking at possibly taking the square headlights off and putting round ones on. I won't need to change the mounting bracket because it's the same bracket. They sell two different types. There's the J type, which, you know, goes like that. And then there's the type that I got that just comes straight out. And it would probably look all right if I just put the round headlights right on the, you know, the ones that come straight out. I think it would look probably just fine without getting the J ones. 1 second. My buddy's Corey's calling me. What's up, What's up, Corey? I'm doing a live stream right now on YouTube. Corey said, "What's going on, people?" I caught. No. I went and tried to do that, and there was an error on the page. I know, right? All right. Bye. Sorry about that, guys. Is the job we got next week is the state job, so we have to do. What's up, Home and Auto Shop? We got to do. I have to fill out some. It's like an L&I paper. It's an L&I something prevailing wage. Blah blah blah. Some bunch of crap. Corey drives a Pete. He drives, I think it's a 95 Peterbilt. It's a red. It's a nice one. It's a nice one. I actually welded up his headache rack for him yesterday. I went over to his house and he had a cool party, and that was fun. That's probably why I'm so tired. Stayed up pretty late. Sorry, Tom. Trying to get back to your question. Hate to change the subject. Been following you for a while. So the rear axle, it's got the walking I-beam Rockwells, and the front axle, I just know it's like a 20,000 pound front axle, or something like that. And then the tranny is a 13 speed, Eaton Fuller 13 speed. So yeah, back to filling out that crazy paperwork. I got to fill out this paperwork that basically, it's funny because it's basically telling the state, I guarantee the state that I'm going to pay prevailing wage to my employees, which I don't have any employees because I'm an owner operator, right? And the way my company's set up, I have no employees. You know, I'm just a sole owner, you know, and I'm not considered an employee. So it's just funny that I have to fill out this form, you know, and some other stuff. But yeah. Corey's a cool dude. Me and him, he's the one that got me started, like from day one. Like I called him up, and you know, he was the one that called me back and said, "Hey, call this guy," you know, and then ever since then I haven't stopped working. But yeah, I'll probably do a video with him sometime if he wants to, you know, just saying hi and talking about dump trucking and stuff. He's pretty new too to the dump trucking business. He was like a foreman or something, like I don't know, something along those lines. And you know, he just wanted to get out of somebody else's rat race, you know, and get into his own thing. And so he bought a dump truck. It is 7 months before I bought mine, and I ended up buying rims from him for my dump truck, and that's how I met him off Craigslist. You know, just goes to show you're going to meet people wherever you come from. You know, that's a Dave. Total, like up-to-date total costs. Like, what do you want exactly? Like, I can give you. So basically, I bought the truck. I think I paid $4,000 or $4,200 or something like that. And then I did a drive line. That was what was that? 300 bucks for the front drive line. And then I replaced the rear drums and stuff. That was probably another 150 bucks. And then the paint job was probably another, 150 bucks. And then cost me on that thing was those rims that I put on there. Those rims were like $1,000, I want to say, 1,000 or 1,200 or something like that. And then I paid another 300 for the airbags. They wanted $1,000 to install them themselves, or Les Schwab wanted $1,000 to install them, and I said, heck no, I'll do it myself. And got 55, 6,000 into it probably, I want to say. Oh wait, and then the headlights, but I didn't really have YouTube kind of paid for it for me. Those were $100. So probably, total 5,200, 5,300. The legal weight for a triaxle dump truck, I believe, is 56,000 tops. But it also depends on the length. So there's like a bridge length. How much do I pay for diesel? Diesel right now is $3.43 per gallon. And I average 150 to 200 every day is basically what I spend on diesel. 150 bucks to 200 bucks, 225 bucks a day. And when I was doing the paving on I-90, that was 275, 300 bucks a day in fuel. So I'm not going back to that because that's a little more expensive than I want to pay. Good audio? Like, what do you mean? All that video. There's no radio to like listen to radio stations or anything like that. I just normally use my cell phone and Pandora. Basically, that's what I normally do. Dang, you guys got cheap diesel, man. $2.90. Yeah, that would save me a lot of money right there. 15. That's like almost 50 cents a gallon difference. That's insane right there. Insane. So 150 divided by 343. So basically I put like 45, 50 gallons in every day. So 50. So instead of putting, it's basically like 25 bucks cheaper per day in VA. 25 bucks per day. So in a week, that's $100 you save in fuel a week. And if you do, per year, 52 weeks in a year, that's $5,200 per year. $5,000 cheaper in fuel. That's insane right there. 99 cents. Oh, geez. I wish fuel was like that. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Say though, my truck does pretty good on fuel economy. I average about 4.5 to 5 miles per gallon. Loaded, it's probably closer to 4.5 to 4, but empty, it's probably closer to 5.5 to 6. Empty, it does really good empty, like for fuel economy. Yeah. Yeah, Dave. If you get in trouble, like if the DOT finds out you're using red diesel, oh man, they will. I think the fine is like $10,000, 10 grand for off-road diesel. If they find any in your tank, if they dip it and it's pink or whatever. The only reason I know that is because when I was fleet fueling, that was like one of the main things you could get in trouble for, is if you mixed red diesel into somebody's on-road diesel, on-road highway truck or whatever, which, you know, people do it all the time, and it's just, when you're switching from an off-road vehicle to an on-road vehicle, you have to kind of time it just right. You have to shut off, you have to switch the valves before you're done. And then, when it starts pumping clear, then you go to the next truck or whatever. What's up, Rondell? But yeah, people did that all the time. I mean, there was a guy, I know he put red diesel in trucks all the time. And, but if you ever get caught with red diesel, you're going to be in big trouble, So don't get caught doing that. But I haven't thought about it. Yeah, no, off-road diesel is so much cheaper. It's probably like $1 cheaper per gallon, if not more. Probably $1.50 cheaper per gallon. But yeah, so next week is gonna be brutal. 2 shifts. In the 7 years that I have been driving, I have never ever gotten asked or heard of anybody getting tested or whatever. But I hear dump trucks are the ones they always look for. Like, they're not going to check a road tractor as often as they would check a dump truck, because sometimes, if you're doing on-site work in a dump truck, you could legally, if you take your license plate off, you could put off-road diesel in there, yeah, but forgot what I was saying. Man, I don't know why I'm so tired. I woke up at 6:30 and I greased the truck, greased everything on it. Everything needed it bad, but I figured since this coming week is going to be a double shift, I ought to grease everything. So I greased everything up. It's pretty good. I've been running this thicker grease. It's the heavy duty Lucas stuff. It's green and it's really thick. Yeah, you can use it on a farm. Used vegetable oil. Oh, that Detroit would probably burn anything if you put it in there. It would probably burn anything. Yeah. My oil consumption went down when I switched to the 30 weight. But yeah, no, I've been thinking a lot about what I would do if the engine blew up in the truck. And I have a feeling like if the engine blew up, I don't think, like, I want to say that I would put a new engine in it, but I think it would be a smarter business decision for me to have my money and then when I had the money, then put a new engine in it. So, Alan, basically, I need to show up at 7:30 in the morning for the day shift. And then, that'll end probably around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. 3, I think, is 8 hours. So 7 to 3. And then night shift starts at 9. I got to be at the plant at 9. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 6 hours, but you take away, you know, hour and a half to 2 hours. If you take away 2 hours for travel time, that's a 4-hour nap. So it's really not that bad, but it'll be pretty tough, I'm sure. Pretty tough. I'm sure I'm going to get lots of sleep tonight, so we'll be good for at least the first 2 days. And then I'll probably, you know, have to slow down a little bit, you know, splash some water on my face. The good thing is I'm used to driving long amounts of time. When I was driving tanker truck, I really drove tons and tons of time, you know, 14 hours straight, you know, driving. When I was doing the K Falls run, that was so brutal. 14 hours of just driving, not even getting out of the truck, but like a half an hour. That was it, you know. That is tough. And your body, you have to build up an endurance to get that. Yeah, it's only 1 week. I mean, so I don't plan on doing it really more than 1 week. Mainly, like, I don't even need to do it. I don't even need to do it, but I want to because I want to have some, you know, I want to jumpstart my emergency savings for the business, basically. Yeah. It's just crazy, man. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to catch you later. I got to get back to Corey. I got to check to see if I can fill out the stupid L&I paperwork for the job and the prevailing wage stuff. So I'm going to get back to you guys. I don't know if there's going to be any videos coming out this week. I'm not sure. So, you know, we'll see how things go. You know, if I find it, you know, like 30 minutes or something to pop on and do a live session while I'm in between shifts, I might do that on my phone or something. New dump trucks, they're like just the truck. If you buy a truck, probably like 100, probably like 230, probably 230,000, 250. They're getting up there. If you buy a pup-in truck, you know, you're looking at 300,000 easy for brand new ones. So, all right, guys, I'm going to catch you later. Don't forget to pound that like button, pound the subscribe button. And as always, I'll catch you later.